And action. Hello, Ed B here with another, I think, our fifth installment of the states. So I'm going to run through 50 states, and as always, we're going to pick a different key for the first set. So let's go ahead and get our camera and mic set up. All right, here comes the first set of 10 on this key. So here we go. Next. 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 And finally, that wasn't it. Let me do that one again. There we go. That's a little tougher on that key. All right, let's go ahead and switch over. We're going to go to our 14 words a minute on this next set after I tell you the answers. That first set should have been WI, Wisconsin, SD, South Dakota, MO, Missouri, PA, Pennsylvania, HI, Hawaii, CA, California, OH, Ohio, NM, New Mexico, OR, Oregon, and finally TX for Texas. All right, now we do a couple V's here, and we'll do the 14 words a minute set. Here we go. All right. Next. Next. Not that was don't even know what that was. Next. The third one. Here we go. Next. 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 And then finally, all right, those answers at 14 words a minute were ND for North Dakota, LA for Louisiana, WA for Washington, AR for Arkansas, MI for Michigan. Okay, today I'm driving the car. I was going in front of Lowe's, and there was a gentleman who was getting carts and putting them up at the door, and he's wearing the yellow vest, and he had on a blue hat with a big letter M in the front of it. So I stopped, rolled down my window. I said, pardon me, sir. And he looked at me. I said, I'm from Ohio. Can you stand in front of my car? He didn't like my joke at all. I would almost say he was perturbed. Anyway, I just thought I'd share that story today. Hey, if you can't take a joke. All right, after MI for Michigan, next was ME for Maine, then VA, Virginia, then CT, Connecticut, NH, New Hampshire, and finally AL for Alabama. All right, let's bump our speed up, 16 words a minute, couple V's. Here we go. Next. 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 And then finally, okay, those answers are OK for Oklahoma, NV for Nevada, MA Massachusetts, CO for Colorado, KS for Kansas, IN Indiana, GA Georgia, NC North Carolina, MS Mississippi, MN Minnesota. All right, let's go up two more. Here we go. 18 words a minute. Playing them each twice. Couple V's. First one. Next. 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 Sorry about that. Forgot to turn off my phone. So let's do that one. Let's do that one two more times. Next. Nope, not at all. Here it comes. All right, this should be number 7. There we go. Next. And then finally, all right, on your papers, 18 words a minute, you should have had South Carolina, New Jersey, Illinois, Rhode Island, Maryland, West Virginia, AK for Alaska, UT, Utah, finally, Hello Forest, DE for Delaware, and NE for Nebraska. Here we go with our final set. We're going to crank it up. Couple V's. Then I got to go take the dog out. He's wandering back and forth. All right, here we go. Last set of 10. Next. 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 Oh, come on, phone. Next. 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 And then finally, all right, those answers should be IA Iowa, FL Florida, TN Tennessee, KY Kentucky, NY New York, ID for Idaho, MT for Montana, WY for Wyoming, VT for Vermont, and finally AZ for Arizona. All right, so that should be your 5th installment of 50 states, and I hope you're enjoying these. I did get some suggestions, like somebody asked me if I would send the RAC sections, you know, like North Texas, North New Jersey, South New Jersey, Western Pennsylvania, Central Florida, all those. So I'll have to get a list of those prepared and work on that. All right, so anyway, if you have any suggestions or comments, please feel free to leave it down below. And I sure appreciate you watching. And I'm Ed, and we'll catch you on the next one. W4EMB 72. If you're a QRP like you should be, Marcos.